Hello everyone, my name is PauLInstaMyooin, and we're back with Pokemon Y Shiny Hunting episode 274, Banette. If you didn't watch the last episode, why didn't you? And this episode's topic is by me. It's about Pokemon, so I'm just gonna say it. So Pokemon, it is, which starter Pokemon would you choose? Is it the same every time, or is it a random choice of ones you've used before? Now for me, I'm gonna right away say the Pokemon starters that I have used, like they start out with the mainline Pokemon games. So I've used all of the Generation 1 starters. Um, Once I beat Soul Silver, Pokemon Soul Silver, that means I would have used every single second generation starter. Generation 3, whenever I finally beat my Pokemon Sapphire uh, save file, ROM save file, because I have Mudkip in there, then that will mean I used every single starter in there. And then when it comes to Generation 4, I know I used... Who did I use? I don't think I'm trying to remember which ones I already used, because I keep them in a document, but I just can't remember them at the moment. I think I only used one, actually. No, I must have used two. Okay, I don't really remember, but I definitely used one of them. At least two of them, I'm pretty sure. I don't know. But anyway, I've used all the Generation 5 ones because there's like there's the sequel, there's Black and White 1, then Black 2, White 2, so yeah, I've used all of those starters. And then of course, like I said, I've only played through 6th generation, for me specifically, Pokemon Y once. So I have Froakie and Chessman still that I haven't used. And then of course Generation 7 is completely, I haven't used any of them before. So yeah, so pretty much for me, like I said, if I were to play over again, if I literally used every single Pokemon in that game, then I would like just normally if I haven't used any of the stars. Let's say I'm starting out in Generation 7. I haven't used any of those. Starter Pokemon, how I would choose it. I wouldn't choose it just by just what I think is the coolest. I would go and do a random number generator, doing from left being number 1, and then to the middle 2, and then to the right 3. Then I would just go a random number generator. Whatever one it lands on, that's the one I did. That's what I did with Pokemon Y, and that's what I did with pretty much all of them. And then, like I said, because like I already said, with Pokemon Y, I already used Fennekin, so then that would mean I would just do the random number generator thing, except with with Froakie or Chespin. And then when I play that again, then of course, then I would just go with the one that I haven't used yet. So that's pretty much how I choose my starters. But yeah, I'm curious to know, how do you choose your starters? If you just choose it just because you always have like a specific type that you want in your team, or just that specific Pokemon you think is the best of that type in that game. I'm curious to know how you exactly pick them, because I know people, I've seen videos that they're like, which is the best Generation 1 Kanto starter you can pick, and I just say like, whatever, I don't care. I'm not going to be choosing it every single time. I mean, like, I'll take, when it comes to like when I'm playing the game over again and I know I'm not going to use any starters because I used them all already, then specifically when I play Pokemon Omega Ruby, I'll just get a Mudkip, because I'm going to use it for like an HM slave, because that thing can learn like Surf, Waterfall, Dive, you can learn all that stuff. So I would just pick that one because, I'm not going to use him on my team, like fighting and all that. I'm just going to be using it to actually be able to continue, because you have to have a Pokemon to continue. And I'll just keep going with it until I get the other Pokemon I want in my team. Because it's going to be really weird, because like I said, I got decently far in my Pokemon Sapphire ROM save file, because like I said, that night before, I was hoping that my like whole toe situation would heal up. I wasn't exactly sure, so I just played as much as I can to like stay up because I was like excited, couldn't go to sleep. But I got all the way to the right of what's the city? It's Roxanne's gym in it, first gym leader. I forget what that city's called. I don't. Oh wait, No, it's not Rustboro, is it? I don't know. Well, anyway, it's that city on the right of that. Pretty much, I left off with I was training, and because I just defeated Roxanne, I'm pretty sure, or maybe I didn't actually. No, I don't think I defeated Roxanne. I don't know. It's been like I said, such a long while, so it's gonna be weird because I just starting out the game with those, and I haven't even completed my party yet. Like I got most of them, but I haven't completed it exactly yet. So it's gonna be weird starting fresh again whenever I play Omega Ruby, because just like I said, it's gonna be like just going all the way past those, and it's because like I've used most of the Pokemon that you get in the beginning. I try to once each like beat the game through them, so it's like most of them. So I probably would say the only real new one that I will get that early that I haven't used would probably just be Whismur, and I think that's pretty much it in that area, because with my Pokemon Sapphire ROM, I've got my good old, which one? I'm trying to think, which one did I have? I know I had Skitty, I had oh wait, that's what I had. So I had C-Dot, Surskit. So those are the ones that start out with the beginning to pretty much, with the with on the left of that little town that the guy who's like saying he discovered some important like rare Pokemon because of the footprints. Like that one, the one right next to the lake, that grass. Maybe it's just the entire grass on that route, but in that game you're able to get C-Dot, which I've never used before, and then Surskit I haven't used before either. And you're probably thinking, well actually no, they're different typings, so never mind. But then, what else? There was another one, Nincada. Nincada was Nincada, I haven't used any if it's completed any of the games, because there's a lot of ROM hacks that I've used Pokemon like Nincada and C-Dot before, but it just, like I said, it failed. Something like messed up happened with the ROM hack or something like that, and it just had me not play it anymore. So that's why I've used them. Like I've like trained them before in those games, but like I said, since they failed, I had to use them over again. But yeah, so pretty much the team so far, to my memory, would be C-Dot, Surskit. I'm gonna evolve them, of course, but I'm just saying like when I caught them. So C-Dot, Surskit, Skitty, Nincada to evolve into, to get the two Pokemon, to get Shedinja, because if you don't know that method, it's a really cool evolution method, but also Ninjask. And then, who's the sixth one? I forget the sixth one. Who was it? I don't know, maybe I didn't have access to it yet, because I'm sure that I did, but I just don't remember. Let's see. Because I don't think, no, because I've used Lotad, like, in a previous one. I beat the game through there, I'm pretty sure. Or maybe I haven't. Maybe, no, okay, I don't think I, no, I haven't used Lotad before, I'm pretty sure, but it's not in, you can't get it in Pokemon Sapphire normally, just by encountering it that early, so, yeah. I don't know. I forget the last one, but, yeah. So anyway, So pretty much, yeah, it's going to be weird, like I said, because since I just am starting out that save file with that, it's going to be weird doing a whole other new team, even though I didn't really complete those yet, so it's going to be weird. But anyway, moving on past that. What was I talking about last episode? I was talking about the whole sprite animation thing. I think I got finished talking about that. Alright, well, I guess I'll just talk about Pokemon Soul Silver, because, yep, did get a lot of progress done. Since of the things that happened yesterday, like, I had some friends come over and all that. Not to hang out, I mean, like, to, you know, if you didn't know, I do study the Bible and all that. And I usually just do it with when they come by, and they come by, like, there's a specific person. I'm not going to mention his name because, you know, invading privacy, not doing that. Yeah, they specifically, just him, he always comes by with, like, other friend or an older member of the Jehovah's Witnesses, and they're pretty cool. Like, at first I was, like, thinking that, I didn't know exactly what their aim was, but it's pretty much, you know, God, Jehovah. If you didn't know, God is Jehovah. You know, Jehovah, when people say that, that's actually God's real name. Because I didn't know that at first. I was always thinking that the people who just call God different names, like Jehovah or something like that, I was like, okay, I'm just going to call him God. But his actual name is Jehovah, so it's interesting. But anyway, so yeah, yesterday I was like, did I think like maybe 30 minutes of that, and then did a little homework assignment with that on my own time. That took, I think, about 20 minutes or so to read some verses, chapters of the Bible as well. But yeah, like I said, that only left me with like an hour 45 minutes to play Pokemon Soul Silver. Because usually, like I said, I play like close to 3 hours, but this time was only that much. But I still got a lot done. Like, I did a lot of training, and I'm happy about that. But anyway, the main thing was I got my Dunsparce to 57, and I've almost got my Crobat to 57. It was pretty close. He's at like 56, like almost 57, really close. But yeah, so that means pretty much just the other three now. And if I get the time like that I usually would get to play Pokemon Soul Silver, and I actually stay awake, of course. And I think I feel very confident. Of course, the whole bug catching contest thing is today as well. Hoping for that Leaf Stone or at least a Water Stone. But yeah, I should definitely be able to get the rest of them to 57. I feel pretty confident about that. And I really do feel like I'm not training in Victory Road right now because I used Dunsparce and Crobat. And I think for Noctowl I'll train in Victory Road, because in Victory Road it does give you better experience, but when it comes to my Dunsparce and my Crobat, they can't do much against most of the Pokemon in there. Like, most of the Pokemon in there are rock and ground types, and their type attacks and their strengths are just not that great against them. So it's just like, I gotta train on the route before Victory Road, which that gives almost as good an experience, but of course, like I said, Victory Road is better experience. So I really feel like, since this is another huge grinding training, not montage, because, you know, I'm not recording it. Oh, this is the last one we'll check for the episode. I didn't realize. Yeah, I'll talk more about this next episode, most likely. Hey, nice to get a Pokemon. Alright. Shiny, maybe? To finish it off? Nah, okay. It always looks kind of blue whenever the black fades away, because it's like that shade of blue. But anyway, if you enjoyed the episode, be so kind to support me by donating to my Patreon. As long as you're not putting yourself in a bad spot by doing so, of course, then feel free to. The link is in the description down below. And I'll be seeing y'all later. I've been your host, PauLInstaMyooin, and goodbye.